NFL might be 103 years old, but still, deep down, linger some secrets about the league you might have never imagined. So, here are 10 things you might have never known about the NFL if you didn't click this video. What do you think the most watched show ever is? Well, to start off this episode, I'm pretty sure you weren't aware that the Super Bowl 49 that featured the intense game between the Patriots and the Seahawks is the most viewed broadcast in America's history. With 114.4 million people watching, this record has remained unchallenged for 8 years now. And all thanks should be to both sides that played that night and Katy Perry's glorious performance at halftime. Generally, the NFL is one of the most watched shows on TV in America and has 29 out of the top 30 most watched TV broadcasts in US history as Super Bowl editions. And what's the 30th? Yeah, it's Smash. Next up is the price for a Super Bowl commercial. While we are still talking about the Super Bowl, one of the most famous aspects of the showdown are the commercials that come during the halftime breaks. And they are absolutely amazing. For example, the iconic Alexa Loses Her Voice commercial in 2018 that featured literally every big celebrity at that time was the talk of the whole country for months after it came on. But what's not talked about that much is how much is being put into making these commercials happen. A 30-second commercial cost approximately $7 million to air. Considering the number of people that watch the game, it's kind of fair to say the price matches the outcome. But $7 million for 30 seconds of a commercial? Damn! Even the Alexa commercial, which lasted for 90 seconds, cost about $15 million to come on air. And this is why even the famous YouTuber, Mr. Beast, opted out of the commercial option and did it their way. Now it's time for the NFL curse that haunts many players. The Madden Curse, one of the most feared superstitions in the league, and clearly one that should be feared. It all started in 1999, when Garrison Hearst became the first face of the video game franchise after John Madden. Hearst had a golden season the year before, but right after he faced the video game, he had an ankle injury that threw him off the gridiron for 2 whole years. Then came Eddie George's bubbled pass in 2001, Vince Young's disappearance from the Titans' starting lineup in 2008, Rob Gronkowski's hamstring injury in 2017, and Antonio Brown's series of controversies in 2019. However, recently, many players have proven to be bigger than the curse, with the last 3 covers successfully dodging the horrific outcome of representing the Madden game franchise. And when you talk of immunities from the curse, you can't miss Tom Brady. Man, that man's got his own voodoo or something. At number 4, we have the NFL Europe. Now, just like the G League in the NBA, the NFL once had a football league outside of America. Back in 1991, the World League of American Football, or WLAF, was created in order to expand the sport's reach outside the country. Made up of 10 teams, the WLAF was quite eye-catching at its advent, with big names like Kurt Warner, Jake Colomb, Adam Vinatieri, and Terry Crews. In 1998, its name was changed to the NFL Europe, and, well, nothing really went on after that. In 2007, the league got scrapped off because nobody actually wanted to watch it anymore. It had lost the little quality it had, and plus, the league swallowed $30 million per year, which wasn't quite a smart spending option. And next on our list, we have the ball chip fact, and it's going to blow your mind. No, not these kind of chips. Alright, maybe you might be aware of the fact that there's actually a piece of computer in the Ravens and Bengals game. I'll get back to that. But do you know the conception of this idea can be traced all the way back to 2016? Now, technology was starting to become the thing, and it was beginning to get featured in sports. The goal line technology in soccer, and the bound line tracker in tennis, and all that. So, the NFL decided to put a chip in the ball to track its movements and all, but it wasn't quite a success. It was buggy, inaccurate, and wasn't quite precise on most occasions, so it was just forgotten. Then came the art of realization. It was 2023, and the Ravens faced the Bengals when a scramble around the end zone looked like a touchdown. Even though it clearly wasn't, the NFL wanted to flaunt their hidden technology and came to Twitter saying, "How close was Tyler Huntley to crossing the plane with the football?" According to the chip in the football, the closest the ball got to the end zone was 0.6 yards from the goal line. Everyone went mental, which was quite ignorant, considering how long the chip had actually been in the ball. Jets have never beat the Eagles. When it comes to the rivalry between the Jets and the Eagles, it has been quite a long-lasting one, but ironically one-sided. You see, the Jets always beat the Eagles at every single meeting. Both sides first met during the AFL/NFL merger in 1973. And since then, the Jets have continually had bird meat for dinner. 50 years in running, and you already know the outcome of every single game between these two. Damn. Next up, we are talking about another winless streak in the league. The Cowboys never seem to take a win whenever they travel to the frozen tundra. Funny enough, it all started in 1960, when both sides first met coincidentally at the Lambeau Field for their first matchup, and since then, it remained their Achilles heel. Not until 2008, during Aaron Rodgers' first season as a starter at Green Bay. Strange things really do happen, am I right? College junior draft began in 1990. Recently, the best players have come from the third year of college. Sophomore and juniors rocking the league with their fresh glory. You know, that kind of stuff. But would you believe it if I told you that this wasn't allowed until 1990? Prior to the last decade of the 1990s, the minimum qualification to make the NFL draft was the fourth year in college. But with the advancement of the league and the increase in search for younger blood, this limit was lifted, giving way for top JUCO stars like Warren Moon, Frank Gifford, and Jim Taylor. A kicker once won MVP. The 1982 NFL season was the weirdest that could ever be. A 9-game season, games stopped because of terrific snowstorms, and a playoff tournament in place of the offseason. Damn! Well, you might think it can't get any stranger, but a kicker, Justin Tucker. He won the MVP award for that season. What's even more ironic was the fact that he was a complete reject for Washington that season, and his coach didn't even invite him to his training camp during the preseason. Well, one thing led to another, and he hit 95% of his field goals, including a few clutch ones. And this was good enough to earn him the MVP award that season. Phew! Dunking celebrations are illegal. Every week, we see crazy celebrations from these stars. But do you know it's against the rules to pull off a dunk celebration after a touchdown? And it's all because of this man, Big Jimmy Graham. Now, during his college years in Miami, the tight end complemented his football with a little basketball, but decided to go pro only on the gridiron. Regardless, this didn't stop Jimmy from merging both sports to his game, as he would perform a dunk on the goalpost after every touchdown. Was it fun to watch? Hell yeah! Well, not until one time he tried to pull off the regular celly and almost brought down the post. At that point, the NFL knew something had to be done, and since then, it's been illegal to try this at any point. And finally, we have a bonus fact for you. Did you know that the most important part of the game is made from the most unexpected source? Regardless of it being referred to as pigskin, the oval-shaped ball used on the gridiron is handcrafted from pure cowhide. The name pigskin originates from the process of inflating the ball, which involves the use of the bladder of a pig or any other animal, but mainly pigs. Every season, about 3,000 cows are utilized in the entertainment for y'all, which, when thought about again, can be quite disturbing. That's all we have for today. What other deep state secret about the NFL did we miss? Let us know in the comments section. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. See you next time.